I wish I could play some music. I wish I music. That would be dope. I have my own music. That's what would be dope. Okay. If your girl had her own that I could play to celebrate me. Okay. So I have entered my 52nd year. Like I've started my 52nd year. Okay. Today is the anniversary of my 51st birthday. And I'm excited. I'm excited. Look, I don't care what they tell you. Aging is not scary or traumatizing. I guess it all depends on how you've been living. If you've been living crazy, I don't know, it might be. But for me, I've always loved the aging process. I thought entering my 40s, like I was geeked. Matter of fact, let me show you how geeked I was. I did 3 photo shoots when I turned 40. I just put them on my screensaver because yesterday was day one of my fitness journey of me getting back in shape. This was me about 6 months before I turned 41. I had 3 photo shoots in my 40s. Okay. Don't play with your girl. This was also before I cut my mohawk. Same photo shoot. Let me show you another one. I hope I don't get demonetized for this. Same photo shoot. My photographer took some detail shots. Those were my legs. Yes, baby. So your girl was excited to turn 40. And I'm even more geeked to be in my 50s. Like I'm in my 50s now, okay? I got 5150 behind me. So I am 51 and it feels good. It feels good. It looks good, okay? I got some dark circles from I can't see shit without my glasses. But I've been wearing glasses since I was a toddler. It has nothing to do with age. But I got some dark circles from them 7 months I spent in federal custody because your girl didn't sleep worth a damn. But anyway, those will be going real soon. But it feels good. It feels good. I'm excited. So when you come in, make sure you tell your girl happy birthday anniversary and, drop a like, hit the like on your way in. It's a celebration. Who doesn't love a celebration? Okay. And, and I do have great news because thank you. This past Saturday, we had our first sponsored event for the new company that I started, and it was phenomenal. And the dad just left a review, which his review was so good. So anyway, it feels good. It feels good. It feels good. It feels good to be back in the free world. Let me just acknowledge how good it feels to be back in the free world. And I don't want to go off on a whole tangent about that, but I just don't understand how people go back and forth in and out of I don't care if it's state or federal. I don't know how people go back and forth in and out of jail. I just don't get it. But baby, it feels good to be in the free world. I'm telling you. I mean, that's just not for me. And I thank God. I thank God for everything, but I thank God that I did not have to spend any birth celebration in custody. Do you hear me? I just don't know what that would have been like. And I thank God that I don't have to find out. You hear me? So it feels good. 10/15/1974 in St. Louis, Missouri, DePaul Hospital. Your girl entered the world, and I entered the world with a plan and a goal. And that plan I verbalized when I was 14, and I didn't know what the plan was. Let me tell you, at 14, first, let me tell you what I said in my head. Standing out on the block right in front of the duplex where my mother and I lived. And I just said to myself, I'm not going to work for anybody for more than 2 years. I'm going to figure out how to become wealthy just off being myself, not any gimmicks, not any kind of schemes or scams or just off being me. And over the years, articulating that while talking to people, I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know what that meant. And I think that also made the journey more difficult because I didn't know what that looked like. You know, I tried so many different things, which wasn't failure in the sense that each little thing taught me more and more and more and more and more, but I didn't know what that looked like. And when I would say it to people, I just, and it didn't make sense to people hearing it. I had the vision in my head, but I didn't know how to bring it alive. I just knew I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep trying different things that come to me, and it'll come. It'll come. One thing I'm grateful for is that I love my journey. I love the journey of my life. This shit has been hard. I have not had an easy life. I haven't had a life full of support from, and when I say support, I just mean you can do it, Shalonda. Don't worry about it. I'm talking about from a parent, anybody. I just mean like moral support is what I mean. I don't mean financial support. That too, but I'm more so I think moral support and comfort is much more than a monetary dollar amount. And just the fact that I will continue and have always spoken life into myself. I mean, to be here at 51 with still so much vibrance and life in me and so much more to give, and to feel like this is it. This is it. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I thank God. And so for me, celebrations throughout my life, right? It hasn't been about, it's not for me, celebrating the anniversary of when I was born has never been about being able to show off. Never, even in my 20s. For me, it's never been about being able to do something big to show, having pictures to show that I did this big thing. It's never been about that for me. For me, it has always been about reveling in the fact that I'm older and I'm wiser. I know more. I've accomplished whatever it was that I've accomplished throughout that year, and I made it through. I made it through some turmoil. It's always been about celebrating my journey throughout that year. And the fact that for me, the fact that I still have so much life and vibrance in me, the fact that I can speak to people on the phone and when they hear me over the phone, they think I'm in my 20s, that's to be celebrated. The fact that I don't look or sound like an old woman, baby, if that's not to be celebrated, I mean, yes, I would have loved to have reached my goal of being in Thailand, um, celebrating my 50th birthday. I didn't make it. But you know what? I made it alive. I made it healthy. I don't have any health issues. I don't have any drama in my life. I'm not worried about nobody doing any harm to me. I'm not worried about nothing. Nothing. Yes, I have things that are on my plate that I need to get done, Worried about them? No. Stressed out about them? No. Stressed out about the fact that I got to start paying restitution? Hell no, I'm not stressed out about that. I'm focused on getting my company up and running and legalized. I'm focused on leveling. uh, What's the word? What's the word? I'm focused on what's the word I'm looking for? Capitalizing on the event we just did. That's what I'm focused on. Okay, so have y'all heard? I don't know if any hip hop heads are on here, but apparently, I'm just hearing about this today. Apparently, Dodie Six, who was on one of the songs, he was on what they talking about? They talking about know what they talking about. They talking about know what they talking about. Hey now, I believe it was. But he was on that song on the GNX album with Kendrick Lamar. So apparently he went on social media to bash Kendrick Lamar, talking about he homeless and that song didn't do shit for him and Kendrick ain't doing shit for him. And it's so funny because in that song, one of Kendrick verse said, "Big dog business, I will not hold your hand. We all got the same 24. What you mad for?" And if it just isn't relevant, but hearing some of the hip hop heads that covered that story, they were like, because it was another person on there, two other people, Lefty Gunplay, who has completely capitalized off that motion that Kendrick gave them, as well as AZ Chike. Now, these are all three people that we didn't know nothing about, but hearing them on that, we were all like, "Who is that? Who is that? Who is that?" I even saw Dodie Six had an album come out. I wouldn't listen to the album. I just his flow for me, it like to listen to a full album, he doesn't have any cadence fluctuation, and it just is kind of dull for me. And apparently for a lot of people, because I guess the album isn't doing anything. But anyway, AZ Chike is capitalizing off of the platform that Kendrick gave him. And this is what I'm saying. My friends who started off as my clients, who were now the first supporters for Host Mode event, I'm going to capitalize off of that one event, off of their one review. Like, I'm going to capitalize off that. The pictures that I have from this one event, I am about to capitalize off of that. They proved that Host Mode events, tween team mocktail parties is phenomenal. Other parents there loved it. All the kids loved it. It would be a dumbass me to not make the most out of that real live sponsored event. It would just be totally on me. But I'm about to capitalize all the way off of that. You know what I mean? Like, that's my diving board. And I'm grateful to have the resilience and the tenacity and the cognizance and the mind to be able to do that. I'm grateful to be 51 and to still be able to dig into my heart, like scripture says, where your heart is, there your treasure is also. And this, which is an extension of the Nurturing Young Entrepreneurs program, which is a part of the Franklin Tree, this is all just in my heart. And to be able to celebrate my 51st year on this earth, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I don't have any back problems, knee problems. I don't have any health problems. No, no, any issues like that. And I'm so, so grateful. But I also want to thank me. I want to thank me for having the wherewithal at 20 years of age to say, look, I don't want any of those health issues when I get 40 and to clean up my eating habits then. I want to thank me for having the wherewithal to say when I was 20, fit and fine, to say, I don't want to be fat when I turned 40 and to do what needed to be done to not be fat when I was 40. I want to thank me for setting the standards for myself when I was 19. I want to thank me for not ever giving up, no matter how hard life has gotten or even will get. I want to thank me for believing in me, for believing in God that's in me. I want to thank me, okay, for loving to laugh and smile. I want to thank me for taking care of myself inside and out. I want to thank me for starting to take care of my skin at 14 years of age, baby, so that I can look like this at 51. I want to thank me. Do you hear me? For putting in that hard work at 12 to become my own therapist and heal myself all throughout life when this shit got hard. I want to thank me. You hear me? I want to thank me for not allowing life to kick my ass. Because when she come up with me, she got a hell of a motherfucking fight on her hands. Do you hear me? I want to thank me for being a brawler because life has had her ass kicked by me. Same way she done gave me a good run for my money. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. I want to thank me for all that shit. I want to thank me for all the tears I've shed that didn't come with even a thought of giving up. That's not a fucking option for me. Giving up is never an option for me. There's no fat lady in my world to sing this shit ain't over till I say it's over. And I want to thank me for having that mindset. I want to thank me for being fucked over by people and not letting that shit get to me. It's all a part of life. Such is life. I want to thank me for loving me for all the people who don't and won't. I want to thank me. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't have it in you to go forward no matter what, you better get it. You better get it because no one owes you a hug. No one owes you a congratulations. No one owes you none of that shit. None of it. You owe it to yourself. I owe it to me to speak life into me. I owe it to me to wake up every day with fire and say, look, this is hard. I'm doing it alone, but I got to. And I got to do it. And on that journey somewhere, my co founder is going to come, my team is going to come. Everything that I need is going to come through because it always have. My life has shown me that, look, motherfucker, you have no reason to give up. All I got to do is look back over my teen years, my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, goddamn me, yesterday. And I will find umpteen reasons of why I shouldn't give up, why I need to keep going, why I need to keep speaking life into myself. You hear me? I mean, and that's all you got to do instead of looking for the bad, the woe is me. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. And you know what's dope about life? Not even just America. The world loves the underdog. The world is always rooting for the underdog. The world loves a comeback story. Even if they don't do it right then and there, it don't matter. The world loves an underdog story. Think about some of the movies that you like. You know what I mean? Think about some of the people on social media that you don't know that you cheer for. You know what I mean? So, like I tell my kids, the pen of your life is in your hands. How the story began, you had no control over. But how this motherfucker end is all in you. It's all in your pen. Write a hell of a comeback story for yourself. And that's what the fuck I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And it's never too late. It's never too late. Ever. That's why I read entrepreneur stories. That's why I read shit like that can show me, how many entrepreneurs, and I mean actual business owner entrepreneurs, right? Who have built something while they were in their 40s, married, and damn near going through, and some even went through foreclosures with kids, being homeless with their kids. The average person will look and say, that's not worth it. But now they worth they're fucking deca millionaires, billionaires. And no, it's not about the money. It's about fulfilling something that's in you. That's what it's about. Fulfilling something that's in you. Some of us just aren't willing to say, I'm just going to settle for work for somebody else. Some of us just aren't willing to do that. Some of us have so much fire in us that my goal is to put something into the world. Young teenager, I felt like I will be a great employer. I deserve to give myself the opportunity to be that employer and to create something to where I can pay livable wages. I owe myself that. I owe myself that. That has nothing to do with just me. I owe myself the opportunity to prove to myself that I will be a great employer and that I can create something to pay livable wages. I owe myself the opportunity to create 1 million young entrepreneurs through the Nurturing Young Entrepreneur program. I owe that to myself. And I'm not going to do that by just settling to go and work for somebody. Some of us just don't have that in us. Like Mark Cuban said, he'd rather make $50,000 a year working for himself than to work for somebody else, making 3 times more. That's real. It's not about the money when being an entrepreneur is in you. It's not about the money at all. Because to me, even just the thought of living that regular type life, I swear to God, it gives me heart palpitations. It even just the thought of it, it gives me heart palpitations. Just kill me, kill me. If that's what I have to just settle for, fucking kill me. Life isn't worth it. If I can't wake up every day and strive to make something happen, it's not worth living because I know I didn't come here to just settle on that. And I'm grateful to be celebrating my 51st birth anniversary and still have that fucking fire in me. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for that and I thank God for that. And there's just nothing like it. There's just nothing like it at all. Exactly. We only owe ourselves. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you know what? I am going to go to B Dubs and get my free 6th birthday wings. I love that B Dubs. If you don't know B Dubs, it's by B Dubs. It's Buffalo Wild Wings. So yeah, um I love seeing that email every year that, to go and get your um six wings. Yes, I am going to get that. I sure am. As soon as it's time for me to break my fast, I'm going right to get that. And like I told y'all, I started my fitness journey yesterday. So I had now if you don't know, my membership did lapse. It was due in September. I didn't have the money in September. So I paid it from this first event. So I just got it back October, like October 12th or 13th or something. But anyway, I had a free session with a trainer. He was good. I told him my fitness journey, that I'm a weightlifter and used to going hard, and I showed him my pictures. He had the physique, first of all, that I would look for in a trainer. Me personally. I just showed y'all what my legs look like, and not right now. I got them on my screensaver because these are my motivation to get me back, and what my back looked like, right? So this was work that I put in, okay, to look like this. That shit did not come overnight, but that was me in my 40s. So anyway, he had the physique of somebody that I would want to be my personal trainer. And baby, when I tell you, he worked your girl. He worked your girl. This was another photo. I'm gonna show y'all some of my sweaty selfies too. But this was another photo from that same shoot. Ooh, baby, them legs wasn't no joke. No joke. I didn't play around. I didn't play around. So let me show you a couple of sweaty selfies from this era. This was me with clothes on. Snatched. Okay. 40. She was 40 right there. But even, you know what? I got the most out of shape just a couple of years ago. In 2024. Because I was so sedentary. This was a sweaty selfie. So he had the physique of what I would look for. And we did lats. My lats are sore right now. My legs are sore. Everything is sore and I love it. So this evening, I am going to go to the gym and get in the hot tub so that I can relax my muscles so that I can work out tomorrow, inshallah. So yeah, I gotta get my muscles loosened up because everything is just way too sore right now. And I know enough to know, as you know, as a weightlifter, I know enough that I'm not able to do anything. And then it doesn't make sense to just let my muscles heal naturally because that'll be like a week. And why get out of it? So I am determined to look more fit by the end of the year. I'm also determined to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to your girl. I'm also determined, we have a fundraiser with Host Mode Events to reach our goal of $5,000 by the end of the year so that we can get licensed and launch 2026 and start doing pop-ups and promoting the events that we do. But at least then we'll be able to do pop-ups. Um, and I am going to uh, do some pop-ups before then, because if you've watched any of my videos, then you know that I had to get on Cow Fresh when I got out. So I am going to use some of that Cow Fresh to get some fruits so that I can do some events like November, just to bring in some cash to put aside so that we can get fully launched. And next year, once we are licensed, then I'll be able to start hiring through the Nurturing Young Entrepreneurs program. So we're hiring 16 to 25-year-olds, and that is a part of our mentorship program, really giving them the hands-on experience as an entrepreneur, also helping them to develop their ideas, their own ideas into a business and all of that. So yeah, yeah, I need to get my body back in shape. So there we go. These are my motivations. So I had to put these on my phone to remind myself to go hard and to get back in it. So yeah, these were taken in May of 2014 or 15, 2015, and I cut my mohawk in September of 2015. Yeah. So that's that. That's that. Yeah. So I just wanted to spend a little time live on my YouTube in celebration of my 51st birth anniversary. So yeah, that was it. That was my affirmations that I spoke to myself. And I'm using, I think the sounds pretty good. I'm actually using the microphone from my headset, and I got it like this because I don't want to put my headset on. But yeah, so I got my headset. And I have a podcast microphone coming. So episode 5 of the Van Life Hustle podcast should sound good and rich and nice. And make sure y'all check out the podcast. Okay. Make sure y'all check out the podcast. Leave a comment or go and follow my podcast page on Spotify. Listen to podcast 5, leave a comment, engage, and yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you, Cheryl. I absolutely will. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, so that's it. That's really all I wanted to tell you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little while, and listen to the podcast. That's your birthday gift to me. Go listen to episode 4 of the Van Life Hustle podcast. It's Love, Loss, and Lessons. So check it out. And I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace, y'all. Oh, my arms is so sore. That was good.